Another film on the similar lines for you is, which I think you're extremely passionate about, is Hamari Adhuri Kahani, which is just digging out from your own personal life.
It is not based exactly on my personal life. The truth has been sourced from the life of my stepmother and her magnificence when she very gracefully called me and said, look, your father, who was my legally wedded husband, had in his lifetime made this decision that after his demise, his body should journey to that space where your mother lived, to whom he was not married to. That was in a way his statement that in my death I choose her and not the legally wedded wife. So I thought that she articulating his decision with such grace, belonging to a very conservative space, was an act of extraordinary dignity and courage, which kind of made me wake up to her magnificence and how wrong I was in perceiving her to be the perpetrator of all the problems that I experienced as a child. And it is that emotion that I have plucked out of my real life and woven into a story, which is Hamari Adhuri Kahani, which has a triangular drama of Vidya, Imran Hashmi and Rajkumar Rao.
Okay, so Vidya plays your...
No, she doesn't play my stepmother. She plays a woman and there are two men. But I'm saying that the truth that I experienced in my life has been sourced out and hardwired into this narrative wherein you see the human spirit in its touching its glorious heights.
Okay, so who plays your stepmother?
There is nobody playing my mother. It's not a replay of my life. As I said, that there is an understanding which I have sourced from my life. It's not a replay of the stories of my life.
You've written the screenplay?
Yeah, it was written by me and it's almost complete.
And dialogues by Shagufta?
Yeah, she will write for me.
Too much of speculation about if Vidya is going to be part of it, because...
She is very much a part of it. There cannot be Hamari Adhuri Kahani without Vidya Balan. Period. Full stop, full period. I want to put this speculation to rest once and for all. Hamari Adhuri Kahani can be made only with Vidya Balan. Period. Full stop, full period.
When does the shooting start?
September is what they had decided when they last met in my office.
Will you say that Mohit Suri is one of the best directors to have come out of your stable in terms of handling the emotional quotient?
He has handled Aashiqui brilliantly. Now we have to see whether he can top the achievements of Hansal Mehta in Citylights, because Hansal Mehta has raised the bar. He has done something stunning in Citylights. There are certain scenes that I have not seen on even international cinema or in the great Indian cinema.
Right. You like pushing your prodigies in
I like to make them realize that they are not God's gift to mankind. That there's always somebody there who is churning his guts inside to better what you think is the perfect film that you've created. And as long as you live, that sense of complacency should not be allowed to invade you.
Kumar Sanu is of the opinion that no one can touch Aashiqui, what Aashiqui was.
I understand that he feels that way, because undoubtedly Aashiqui was the biggest money-generating album of the 90s, and undoubtedly he was one of the greatest stars of that era. But even the best people finally get eclipsed by a new entrant, and we all have our phase where we bloom. And then with the passage of time, our glory diminishes and on the scene arrives a fresher talent, which is far more unique than the one that was there in the backyard a little while ago. Well, it's a matter of opinion. One will say that, well, this new entrant is nowhere close to the greats that were there in the past. And when Kumar Sanu was there on the scene, there were people who were saying, oh, but he's nowhere close to Kishorda. And when Kishorda was there, they were saying, oh, he's not as good as the great singers like Saigal Saab and the others. So every generation has its own bests, and each generation has a right to decide whom they consider their best.